I thought we'd wrap up. Up by delving into one of the darker corners for whatever passes for society today, and that's the manosphere. The what? I hear some of you splutter over your cornflakes. It's the manosphere. And according to Wikipedia, the manosphere is a collection of websites, blogs and forums promoting masculinity, often with misogynistic, anti-feminist views and beliefs that society is biased against men, including groups like MRAs, which is men's rights activists, incels, MGTOWs, which is men going their own way, and pickup artists. It's often described as a misogynistic echo chamber or an online male supremacy movement. Good stuff for Mother's Day, this, isn't it? Studies suggest up to 80% of 16 to 17-year-old boys in the UK have consumed content from major manosphere influencers like Andrew Tate, who's wanted for alleged rape and human trafficking here in the UK. The documentary maker Louis Theroux is the latest to dip his toes into the manosphere. His Netflix show that's just out garnering mixed reviews. I'll sum them up. It's more of a light skim than a deep dive into toxic masculinity. It's easy to say, introduce this topic and not actually really understand what is being said online and what your kids are watching. Here's Louis talking to podcaster Myron Gaines about his relationship policy of one-way monogamy.
Myron's been quite open about the fact that he expects to be in a relationship in which there's one-way monogamy, as he calls it. He's allowed to basically pursue other relationships, but you're not.
He's just going to be with them for like a night or so, or whatever, but
we were talking about in the future that maybe there's a world where you would have more than one wife, right?
She understands that.
What do you say about that?
I don't know. I'll see when it happens. I don't know how that will work.
But right now, it's not going to be anytime soon.
But it could happen, right?
It could, of course.
You can kick it down the road only for so long. At some point, those two realities will collide.
You know, that's a bridge we'll cross when we get there. Like right now.
What does that mean? That's so avoidant.
You can always change your mind down the road. Who knows? Maybe I'll say, I only just want to be with one girl because the two would be too tough.
You've backtracked on that already? Was that okay? By the way, I always feel weird.
Angie, is with me on the street.
She's on board.
On board with what specifically?
You know what? The idea of other ladies.
No, we've had these discussions.
I saw a little bit of pain in her.
No.
No, definitely.
No.
Yes.
No.
Definitely.
I don't know whether it's just me or my generation, brought up with androgynous rock gods like Mick Jagger and David Bowie, but the very idea that you're not going to get a girlfriend if you don't have big muscles or lots of money seems utterly risible to me, ludicrous. But I'm not a 16-year-old with surging hormones, brought up on a diet of TikTok and whatnot, with all manner of immoral forces out there trying to mess with my head for cash. The first I'd heard about incels, men who consider themselves involuntary celibate, i.e. they're denied sex by women because of perceived shortcomings or inadequacies. The first I'd heard about incels was back in 2021 after a guy called Jake Davison shot and killed 5 people in Plymouth, including his own mum. And we learned how he spent long periods on the internet bemoaning his lack of a girlfriend. Davison felt he'd missed out on teenage romance and was envious of seemingly confident, sexually active men. I have a feeling that I missed the boat and it's never coming back, he wrote on Reddit. And like other young men who've bought into the manosphere, Davison spent a lot of time in gyms trying to build up his muscles. Indeed, his whole backstory really reads like a mix of mental health struggles, loneliness, and feelings of inadequacy. So I suppose the starting point for any discussion about the manosphere is what it means to be a man, what we understand by the terms like masculinity. What does that mean anymore? 03456060973, the number. Issues like this are infecting schools. Writer Caitlin Moran discusses this in her book, What About Men?
so many people in education and in support services with kids who would just, there's a whole chapter about Andrew Tate and sort of online sort of misogynist radicalisation, and they're all just coming up to me going, yeah, it's every single school, they're having to have talks with the staff about how to deal with it because his fans are so disruptive. They're handing in homework to female teachers with make me a sandwich written on the bottom of it. Yeah. Basically, women shouldn't be teaching me. They're asking male teachers, do you let your wife go out on her own? So whole schools are being disrupted by this one man because we haven't talked about boys in the last 10 or 15 years. We've had this brilliant upswell of feminism and talking about how great teenage girls and women are, which is great, but suddenly if you're a 15-year-old boy, it's all just been about the girls for the last 15 years, and Andrew Tate's the only person going, hey, boys are okay.
I think Caitlin might have a point there. Be interesting to hear what you have to say. Now, I might be heading towards my pension, but my producer Aaron is Gen Z, and listening to him share his thoughts on the manosphere is frankly eye-opening. There's just a huge gulf between what blokes from my generation think about masculinity and what younger fellas feel. The death of male role models, now that started to be a thing when I was entering adulthood, and today I think it's roughly 1 in 3 children never sees their father, and the dearth of male role models sort of coincided, I feel, with the rise of your sort of super muscular stars on the big screen. And I can see our boys might have their heads turned by that. They've also been brought up, this generation, in the digital world, a world that we know has led to increased social isolation, kids spending long periods of time in their bedrooms, their computers or phones have become the windows on their world, a window into a world of instantly available porn, fueling sexual anxiety in those young, isolated minds. And then you've got these brash loudmouths spouting really vile, misogynistic nonsense for views and ultimately cash. You know, charlatans and hypocrites who are presenting themselves as a certain way for profit. And when you don't have much cash yourself, when you don't have any sense of power or position in society, when you pick up the Sunday Times like I did today and you read that men are to blame for hundreds of thousands of women not having kids, when the article is far more nuanced than that, well, I can start to understand how boys get sucked into this nonsense. But I'm more really interested, really, what are we going to do to stop it? 0345 6060 973, the number. How do we reconnect people who have effectively been brainwashed by social media? I'm joined by George, content creator at The Tin Men, which is, I guess, a left-wing page that discusses male issues. Good morning to you, George.
Good morning, Matthew. Lovely to be here.
I was quite struck by what Caitlin Moran had to say, and I've seen a number of articles in newspapers in the last week as a consequence of Theroux's documentary that we haven't given boys enough attention in recent years.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a power vacuum that's been left behind that these grifters, the manosphere grifters, have sort of stepped into and capitalised upon. It just seems to be like an endless barrage of, at best, apathetic conversation for boys, but often overtly hostile. I heard you mention the whole fatherlessness thing. It's about 1 in 5 boys growing up now in the UK without a father figure at home. And then, of course, you think about the journey of that boy. He will then go to school, and then about 80% of teachers, more for primary schools, are going to be women. I think 1 in 4 primary schools in the UK have no male teachers. So here we have hundreds of thousands of boys leaving a home without a father, going to school without any male teachers. They're learning things in schools that I find quite upsetting, where I think 42% of boys are being taught that men are a problem to society. About 1 in 4 schools are teaching kids about so-called toxic masculinity. They go home and they sort of turn on the TV, and there's like an army now of sort of deadbeat, oafish sitcom dads. One stat that I read recently was that as of 2000, 50% of sitcom dads are sort of shown as oafs and clowns and incompetent.
I've seen that.
And in the 80s, it was 18%, and in the 90s, it was 31%. So gone are the days of Mr. Rogers, who are very wholesome archetypes of fatherhood. And so, yeah, they go from home without a father, they go to school without any male role models, they turn on the TV and see these sitcom dads. I know the Advertising Standards Authority recently started banning adverts because they just lean too heavily into the trope of incompetent dad. So then you've got to sort of contextualise the experience of these boys, and then they go onto social media and they're inundated with toxic this and privileged that and fragile masculinity, you know, affixing these pejorative terms to men, and then they arrive at the so-called manosphere, and here they find some people that are talking positively about men and boys, although, as you identified, for their own self-interests. I don't think they're not philanthropists. They don't really care about men and boys. They just want to fill their pockets with more cash, and it's totally unsurprising that boys gravitate towards them, because who else is talking positively about men and boys? So I'm surprised that people are so surprised. It makes perfect sense to me.
Gosh, George, that's I was hanging on your every word there.
No.
Can I ask you what how would you define masculinity?
It's just the question I dread most on all podcasts.
Sorry.
I don't know. I'm not interested in what masculinity is or isn't. I'm interested in helping boys and young men live happy, healthy, safe lives from an early age. I mean, as an example from the Louis Theroux documentary, one of those men, Justin, he was abused by his mum. Another, HS Tiki Toki, who are both pretty repugnant guys, but he came from an absent father household too. So I'm interested in addressing those root causes that are upstream from whatever masculinity is. And if we can solve fatherlessness, if we can solve abuse in the household, then whatever resultant masculinity comes out from that, I don't care so much about. I just want to help shape the experiences that are upstream from whatever masculinity is. And I don't know. I guess male typical behaviour and interests.
What I find interesting is you have circumlocuted how I feel about masculinity. It just doesn't. I don't really know. I don't really have any strong feelings about it. I don't know. I've had people call me a puff and said I'm effeminate and all my life, and it doesn't bother me. It's the fact it bothers younger people. And my producer Aaron said power is an important part here. That young boys or adolescent boys feel a total lack of power.
Or just a lack of positive conversation. There's a really great axiom of politics that says if there are real problems in society and the responsible parties don't talk about them, then the irresponsible ones will. And that's what's playing out. The irresponsible parties are talking about them. And yes, we can hate those manosphere men in the Louis Theroux documentary, but they ultimately represent our failure. Their success is proportionate to our failure. And they're always going to exist. So I'd rather spend our time talking about our shortcomings and then trying to fill that power vacuum I mentioned at the beginning of positive, more meaningful, constructive, grown-up conversation about boys and with boys. Like, we always seem to be talking about boys, but never to boys. We're always wagging the finger. Someone always taps you on the shoulder when I give talks, normally a mum who's terrified of their son watching Andrew Tate, and they want my advice, and I'm often too late, and I often say, please don't lecture them, and they normally have. And it's just sad that we never talk to them. We only ever tell them who they are and what they want, and we try and prescribe some politically sanitized so-called male role model. But ultimately, it's our failure I'd rather talk about, rather than these grifters who I hate as much as everyone else.
I'm absolutely... Yeah, I'm blown away by the conversation, I have to say. You have framed it in... I suppose, someone who discusses male issues, maybe I shouldn't be so surprised, but you've really got my mind thinking. I love the idea that the manosphere is almost a reflection of our failure to address the problem, and I also totally take your point about talking about young boys and not actually having a conversation with them. I think those are powerful points, well made. And if I must say, I don't know the Tin Men, but I will be checking you out when I leave the show later. Good luck to you, George. Pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Michael, thank you. Good afternoon. Your top stories from the GB newsroom at 1 minute past midday. US President Donald Trump has threatened further strikes on Iran's Kharg Island and is urging allies to deploy warships to secure the Strait of Hormuz. Iran is blockading the key oil shipping route, pushing up energy prices across the globe, and has vowed to intensify its response. Several oil tankers have come under fire, and there are growing concerns Iran is placing sea mines in the narrow passage. Iran also hit a major oil facility in the UAE yesterday. Britain's Ministry of Defence is considering a range of options, including sending mine-hunting drones to help. But the UK's former National Security Advisor, Sir Mark Lyle-Grant, says re-establishing the shipping lane won't be easy.
We've seen 16 ships attacked by drones, and that's even before the mines come into effect. And that's going to make insurance very difficult. It's going to make the owners of the ships very reluctant to risk putting ships through the Straits of Hormuz. And that is having economic consequences right across the world. I mean, we talk about the petrol prices in this country, but actually the worst impact is in Asia, where there's been electricity outages, there's rationing of electricity, etc.
3 more members of the Iranian women's football delegation who were given visas to stay in Australia have changed their minds and will return home. It's after the group fell silent for their country's national anthem in their opening Asian Cup match 2 weeks ago. Australia's government says it did everything possible to ensure the women had a chance to have a safe future in the country. Thousands of protesters are set to gather in central London for the Al-Quds Day demonstration. The gathering has drawn criticism after its organisers expressed support for Iran's late leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The Metropolitan Police is warning they will act decisively on what they call intifada chants and placards spreading hate. At least 1,000 officers have been drafted in to manage the crowds, which are expected.
Chris famously said the lead character of World of Warcraft is the world, and I always believed that. So you're trying to create this place that's exciting and dangerous, but comfortable, but uncomfortable, and gorgeous, and it should feel massive, and it really is. It's can take a half an hour to get from one end of the world to the other. But it's this world you're living in. The world is divided into 2 warring factions. There's the Horde and the Alliance. And that was a very important, very controversial decision that was made by Alan Adham, was the champion of the Horde and Alliance.
And that in the early days, there was a really strong division.
Strong division.
Like,
yeah.
You pick a side and then you hang around with only people of your kind.
Yeah, and you get it tattooed in real life on you. Like the amount of people who walk up to me and show me their Horde tattoo, like
That's
it's
awesome.
epic. It's like it's become who they are. Like if you were to say, like, hey, Lex, come play World of Warcraft with me. We're Alliance on Tichondrius. You'd be like, dude,
lose
Alliance.
My number.
Like, okay, I don't think we can be friends anymore. But the Horde Alliance decision was really controversial because in EverQuest, it was mixed race. They had all the races kind of like WoW did, but they could all group with each other. Mm-hmm. And Pardo and I came from EverQuest, where we felt like this was a horrible decision Alan was making. And we argued, Alan, Rob, Bob, Fitch, and I would have lunch every single day. And we would just talk about WoW and the core design of WoW. Rob wasn't even on WoW at that time. Mm-hmm. He was finishing Warcraft 3. And we would fight over the Horde Alliance split if it was a good idea or not. And Alan he came from more of the Dark Age of Camelot community, which was another massively multiplayer online game that was more PvP based. Mm-hmm. And he said the magic of that game was they had 3 factions, and he liked the fact that you were instantly on a team. You weren't a loner in the world. And whether you liked it or not, you had people on your side. And Rob and I just argued and argued against it. And then sometime before beta, Alan retired. He went on to run a hedge fund, of all things, got super into poker, got super into finance, left, and retires like I think it was 9 months to a year before WoW shipped, which is kind of nuts. And Rob takes over as lead designer in Alan's stead. And to Rob's credit, the first thing he did was go, speaking to what we were speaking about earlier, he said, Alan's a smart guy. The fact that he was fighting so hard for Horde Alliance, we got to do it. And Rob and I sort of changed our point of view and got on board with Horde Alliance and went all in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tim Dillon Show. We are here. Spring has sprung. We have the spring background. I believe that is the Tulip Festival in the Netherlands. And a beautiful statement of spring and of hope, of new life. And I'm very hopeful and I'm very positive. And I don't care how bleak it gets. I believe that things are going to get better. I like this new leader. By the way, I'm bullish on this new leader. I'm going to have a little trouble pronouncing his name, but he's because, by the way, I was always saying Ayatollah Khomeini, but it's Khamenei or something. I just realized that. But, oh boy, here we go. Mojtaba Khamenei. I'm bullish on him. And I think we won the war, and I think it's time to leave and give him this country. And a lot of people are saying, well, we're starting off on the wrong foot with him because we killed his father, his wife, and maybe his daughter, right? We kill his daughter as well? Well, maybe he didn't like his wife and his father. Here's the deal. You can't ever know the inner dynamics of any family. So, sure, I'm sure he was startled by the killing of his father, wife, and daughter. But I think on the flip side, this is a new day for him. He gets to be the leader. He can get another wife. He may have had another wife. He may have multiple wives. That's part of that thing they do. Because a lot of people have been saying, rightly so, like, hey, well, we killed this guy's father, wife, daughter, his family, and that's probably going to make him angry and kind of attacking his country and killing his family. He's going to even be more dedicated to getting a nuke because that would have prevented this. So there is that school of thought out there, that he's actually going to be more dedicated to enriching uranium to make a nuclear weapon to prevent another attack by the U.S. and Israel. You might say that, but I think this guy might be good. I don't know why. I just have a feeling. I have a feeling about him, and I have a feeling about this whole thing. I know that we're sending more warships to the Middle East and Marines, but I still think we've won and we're done. I know it's the Pentagon's moving additional Marines and warships to the Middle East as Iran steps up its attacks on the Strait of Hormuz, according to 3 U.S. officials. I still think we've won, and I think people should communicate to Donald Trump how much we've won, how glorious this victory has been for all of us, how exciting it's been to see this, how grateful we are for this, and that we should now just go home and think about it as a great, glorious memory of the past. But, I mean, the liberals will fuck it up. If he goes, I won, we're done, the Democrats will be like, you didn't win anything. You actually lost. And he'll go, you're all right, and then nuke everyone. So whatever this man needs to hear, really, Whatever this guy needs to hear, he's at the end of his life. He's endorsing Jake Paul for president. He doesn't care what happens next. That's the thing with Donald Trump. He doesn't really care what happens next. So whatever this guy needs to hear to get him out of this war, tell him. Tell him that. Whatever this dude needs to hear so that he can get us the fuck out of there, because this is, and listen, obviously we all support the U.S. military. That's why we don't want them dying for literally no reason in Iran, unfortunately. Now, I know people will attack me for saying that. They will say, well, you're dishonoring their sacrifice. What I'm saying is that if we get a crazier leader than the one we had before, I don't get it. But Trump is just kind of on a farewell tour. And take a look here. He's endorsing Jake Paul for political office. And you really have to think to yourself, we do deserve everything we get as a country. You know, like we really do deserve it. There's certain things that people get in their lives they don't deserve. You know, somebody gets sick or whatever. You get in a bad car accident. But, you know, this country deserves everything we get. Everything we get, we really deserve. I don't know how much of it anymore can be blamed on outside forces, you know, or even these billionaires that are, we know, evil and bad, a lot of them. But the common person here also is unfortunately really sadly culpable in a lot of this. You know, the people that are cheering on this war in Iran have no fucking clue why we're there. They don't care. They're happy to just see violence. You know, they're happy to see things blow up. They're at a bar in Florida. They're excited about the Ayatollah getting whacked. They don't know why. They don't know what Iran did to them. They're just happy to see violence and chaos. And those are the people who are culpable for what this country is going to get. Make no mistake, we're going to get it. What this country is getting, those are the people who deserve it. Those are the people who deserve it. When the gas spikes and we're no longer in the Middle East because we were thrown out of the Middle East because Iran attacked all of our bases, we didn't defend them, and a lot of these Gulf states don't want much to do with us. When all of that happens, and when Israel's the regional power there and becoming a global power, again, this is out of Netanyahu's mouth, when all of that happens, the people that cheered this on from their backyard in Long Island without a goddamn thought as to why we were doing it, it just felt good to them. It was a way to own the libs by sending troops into a Middle Eastern country. These people are all hopped up on pharmaceuticals and French vanilla coffee creamer, and they have a bloodlust that is insatiable. The suburban American has a bloodlust that is absolutely insatiable. Nothing is enough for these people. Nothing is enough. We're becoming a sexless country. We're a joyless country. Our only joy is in exporting violence and sitting back and watching it. It is the only thing that unites people and gets them excited. They all have a bloodlust, and they want things to blow up, and they want people to get hurt, and they don't care that we bombed a school of Iranian children. They don't care that a Tomahawk missile ripped through a school and killed 165 people, many of them between the ages of 8 and 10 years old. They don't care because many parts of this country are a moral black hole. They are a moral black hole where there is no morality. They're amoral. You say, well, maybe they have bad morals. No. They have no morals. They're a black hole. Those are the people that are cheering on what's happening right now in Iran. They cheered on what happened in Iraq. Okay, 20 years after that, everyone in this country has less money on average. People do not own homes. People still don't have health care. People are in no better position financially than they were, except the top tier. And those are the same people that cheered that on. They're cheering this on. And here's the president now endorsing who I believe and I called this years ago, I said Logan Paul, but it'll be Jake. But I imagine that is what will come next. That is the inevitable next move here is this.
Got us. Trump's got us. God bless. Love you, Kentucky.
No, he's a great guy. He's a courageous guy and a talented guy. He's a hell of a fighter, too, by the way. And I just want to say, I'm going to make a prediction.
Look at the people. Can you just pause this for a minute and look at the people that are still in this crowd? Look at the people. And I feel bad for some of them, but I really don't for others. Look at the people that are left in this crowd. I mean, none of them look happy anymore, by the way. This is the end, because they're all broke, by the way. Their standard of living hasn't gone up. It's declined. None of them understand what the hell's going on. They just know that they're in too deep. They're just in too deep to get out. And that's the face of people that are in too deep. That's not the face of people that are having a great time. That's not the face of people that are really excited about the direction of the country. This is the face of people that kind of got bamboozled, and they're still showing up to the rally, and then he's bringing out Jake Paul. And they're going, what's going on? Let's listen to a little bit of this here.
Prediction that you will be, in the not-too-distant future, running for political office. And you have my complete and total endorsement, okay?
So they clap. The people in Kentucky clap in a very defeated way when Trump says about Jake Paul, he goes, you're going to be running for political office. And then some of the people in Kentucky start clapping, and they're happy about that. Let me ask you a question. I like Jake Paul. I have no problem with Jake Paul. Actually, I enjoy him. Why would the people in Kentucky who are clapping for this think Jake Paul would make a good political figure? I'm just asking a very simple question that I'm unsure if I know the answer to. Why do the people in Kentucky think Jake Paul, who, by the way, has left America? Jake Paul, I mean, he lives in Puerto Rico. He's left the continental United States. He lives in a territory of the U.S. to pay no taxes, which, again, God bless. But the people in Kentucky, it's so puzzling me when Trump goes, I want to hear that again. Bring it back again that you're gonna run for political office.
I just want to say, I'm going to make a prediction that you will be, in the not-too-distant future, running for political office. Okay? And you have my complete and total endorsement, okay? No, that's what we want. He's an incredible guy.
It's a mixed reaction. You know, there are people that are clapping for it, and I question their sanity. Again, I don't know why they think he would be a good political figure. I don't know. But this is very interesting because the people behind him now, a lot of them are really not, it's not exciting anymore. It's not fun. This is, you've been at a party too long. You know, I have friends that have been at the party too long here with him. And the thing about Trump's entire thing is the party's never about you. It's his party. And, you know, when you first get there, it's fun. It's like hanging out with a rich kid, where in the beginning it's really fun because they're excited to show you everything and let you use some of their toys. But then eventually the rich kid's like, well, this is all mine. So when are your parents picking you up? Like, you know, that's where we're at now in the MAGA cult movement. You still have the 5D Chaz QAnon people who are permanently schizophrenic. There's nothing to be done for them. You have people like I know, friends of mine who like live in Florida and are just completely out of it and truly are kind of moral. Again, a black hole. You know, they just don't care what he does. They just like him and they're not paying attention. They're not paying close attention. And, you know, and then you have, you know, some of these people that are standing here behind him, you can really tell by their face that they've been at the party for too long and it's not fun. You know, a lot of these people go back and work at a rest stop after this. And I'm not saying anything negative about people that work at a rest stop, but make no mistake, a lot of them will go back and work at a rest stop in Kentucky. It's not a fun job per se, right? So they're here to celebrate him and Jake Paul and all these people. And then they will leave this rally and they will go to their house and they will change into their work clothes and they will work the graveyard shift at a rest stop. And they will tell their friend at the rest stop that they saw Trump. They went to the rally. And their friend will be like, yeah, what'd he say? And they'll be like, yeah, he's not that funny anymore. Like, Jake Paul was there. You know, this is what it's becoming. You know, it's becoming people that are just, I don't know. I don't know what any of them are getting out of it. I don't know what any of these people are getting out of it anymore. They elected this guy, and then this guy is basically letting Jared Kushner and Bibi Netanyahu just carve out the Middle East, do whatever the hell they want, just make deals. And it's tough because I know it's really, really hard to admit you got God. It's really difficult to admit that. Almost no one can admit. It's very hard to admit you've been taken advantage of by someone that you respected, by someone that you liked and respected. This is actually a very difficult thing to do. It's easy to say you got scammed by some stranger, but someone that you trusted, respected, liked, and a lot of these people here, you know, in the back of their head, they can't admit it to themselves yet, but they feel like they've been taken advantage of. This is not about them anymore. It's dawned on them. They go, this is not really about us. This is about a lot of other things, but it's not about us. It's not about us. Now I want you to get up in the bunkers in Israel, the dancing. I want you to compare a group of people who aren't getting what they want with a group of people who are getting what they want, and the difference between the way that they react to it. In Israel, obviously, there is a war between the United States, Iran, and Israel. Most people know this. And Israel's dealt with terrorism for a long time. They've been at war with all of their neighbors forever. So they have bomb shelters, underground bomb shelters, bunkers that people go to. And they're throwing like raves in them. They're having like parties. They're enjoying themselves. And many people are saying, well, hey, that's in bad taste. You know, American servicemen are dying. By the way, people in the IDF are dying. Their own brothers and sisters are dying. Americans are dying. Iranians, children are dying. And that being in a bomb shelter, you shouldn't have a dance party in the bomb shelter. That's what some people would say. But I just want to show you, this is when people get what they want. This is how they act, because this is the war that Israel wanted. They wanted Iran gone. And so whereas you have the people in Kentucky that are kind of, you know, just standing there in the back, and Trump's like, Jake Paul, he's going to run. And then they're just like, I guess that's we have to support that. And the joy is draining from their face in Kentucky because it's not about them, and they know that. But let's go to somewhere else, and let's see if they're having a good time here. Now, this is the vibe when things are good. You see the difference? When things are good, yeah, When things are good, you have a rave and a missile silo. That's when things are good. Because let's give credit where credit is due. Israel's got us into this pretty much. Again, that's from our own Secretary of State. And they're getting what they want. They're getting what they want. So why not throw a party? Nobody's throwing a rave in Kentucky. Nobody's throwing a party standing there behind Donald Trump and Jake Paul. Nobody's doing that because they're not getting anything out of it. They're not getting a goddamn thing out of it. So many people I know are using Nutrafol and they are loving it. It's a hair growth supplement and it's tailored to men at every age because the root cause of hair thinning changes over time and your routine should too. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand trusted by
Ivalice, a kingdom blessed by the light of the gods and ruled by the two-headed lion. A year after her defeat in the 50 Years' War, the king succumbed to malady, leaving a mere boy of 2 to ascend the throne. Whoever became the child's guardian would rule in truth. Duke Larg, brother to Her Majesty the Queen, was widely expected to assume the role, but the council, fearing the Queen would wield excessive influence, moved instead in support of the late king's cousin, Duke Goltana. The Dukes, Goltana and Larg, both were decorated generals who had proven themselves in many a battle during the 50 Years' War. While most of the powerful houses rallied beneath the banner of the Black Lion, Goltana, those nobles and knights who were left to languish in the wake of the war flocked to the banner of the White Lion, Larg. Goltana, the Black, and Larg, the White. The conflict between these men would come to be known as the War of the Lions.
Their story can be told. Six o'clock and 15 minutes and 47 seconds, 50 seconds, 53 seconds. Yeah. Settings. Sound. Whoops, I just turned something on. Horizontal camera inversion. No. Oh yeah, we've been playing on Tactician the whole time. Oh yeah, this is supposed to go up to about 20 or 25.
Of course. It's time. My turn.
Alright, here's what we'll do.
By all means. Yes?
Haste and magic. should have done this before we got here. Turn off LBC radio, gypsies.
Wherever I'm needed.
As I was saying before I was interrupted by the gypsy news, we had to turn it off. I should have done this before we got here.
No turning back.
It's Sunday, so it's Sunday, so I'm the entertainment.
handle this.
Don't do it. Alright, I might as well turn the sound off and we'll play some music. Fuck this. Fuck this. This is gonna take a while.
I must concentrate.
Yep, Sundays are very Sunday. On Sunday, it's just like me out here for entertainment. Whoops. Let's see what we got here.
How does the day find you? Any carcasses for me? You can trust me.
What do we got here? Falling Star Bag. Ribbon.
Oh, very nice. I'll turn this into something special, you mark my words. Shall I get started then? That took every bit of skill I could muster. May it serve you well.
The famous ribbon item. Status immune everything.
Is that all? My
Alright. Save the game. I'm going to turn the sound off and we're gonna play some music because this is gonna take forever. I thought we were ready to go. Music off. And then there you go. Cool. Yeah, there really is nothing going on Sundays. Nothing. We should put like a movie on or something. That's might what we do. What the fuck? Fuck, that's stupid. Oh, fuck. Bastards. Actually, I'm gonna undo that. God damn it. God damn it.
Snoop Dogg and D.R.E. 9-9, nigga.
Guess who's back?
Still doing that shit, Andre?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Check me out. It's still Dre Day, nigga. AK, nigga. Though I've grown a lot, can't keep it home a lot. Cause when I frequent the spots that I'm known to rock, you hear the bass from the truck when I'm on the block. Ladies, they pay homage, but haters say Dre fell off. How, nigga, my last album was The Chronic. They wanna know if he still got it. They say raps change, they wanna know how I feel about
If
it.
you ain't up on things,
Dr. Dre is the name, I'm ahead of my game. Still puffin' my leaf, still fuck with the beats. Still not loving police. Still rock my khakis with a cuff and a crease. Still got love for the streets, reppin' 213. Still the beats bang, still doing my thing. Since I left, ain't too much change.
still, I'm representing for the gangsters all across the world.
Still
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
Still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the
I'm
D.R.E.
representing for the gangsters all across the world.
Still
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
Still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the D.R.E. Since the last time you heard from me, I lost some friends. Well, hell, me and Snoop, we dipping again. Kept my ear to the streets. Signed Eminem. He's triple platinum, doing 50 a week. Still, I stay close to the heat. And even when I was close to defeat, I rose to my feet. My life's like a soundtrack I wrote to the beat. Treat rap like Cali weed, I smoke till I'm sleep. Wake up in the AM, compose a beat. I bring the fire till you're soaking in your seat. It's not a fluke, it's been tried, I'm the truth. Since turn out the lights from the world-class wrecking crew, I'm still at it, after mathematics. In the home of drive-bys and acmatics. Swap meets, sticky green and bad traffic. I dip through, then I get to the
I'm
D.R.E.
representing for the gangsters all across the world.
Still
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
Still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the
I'm
D.R.E.
representing for the gangsters all across the world.
Still
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
Still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the D.R.E. It ain't nothing but mo hot shit. Another classic CD for y'all to vibe with. Whether you're coolin' on the corner with your fly bitch, lay back in the shack, play this track. I'm representing for the gangsters all across the world. Still
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
I'll break your neck, damn near put your face in your lap. Niggas try to be the king, but the ace is back.
So if you ain't up on things,
Dr. Dre be the name, still running the game, still got it wrapped like a mummy. Still ain't tripping, love to see young blacks get money. Spend time out the hood, take their moms out the hood, hit my boys off with jobs. No more living hard, barbecues every day, driving fancy cars. Still gon' get mine
I'm
regardless.
representing for the gangsters all across the world.
Still
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
Still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the
I'm
D.R.E.
representing for the gangsters all across the world.
Still
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
Still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the
I'm
D.R.E.
representing for the gangsters all across the world.
Still
Hitting them corners and them lolos, girl.
Still taking my time to perfect the beat. And I still got love for the streets. It's the D.R.E.
Right back up in your motherfucking ass. 9-5 plus 4 pennies. Add that shit up. D.R.E. Right back up on top of things. Smoke some with your dog. No stress, no seeds, no stems, no sticks. Some of that real sticky, icky. Ooh, wee. Put it in the air. Boy, you's a fool, D.R.
7 to 11 every night. Let me tell you, it really makes life a drag. I don't think that's right. I'm feeling the best of fools. Oh, have mercy, I did what I could, yeah. Oh, I love you, mama. How I love you, baby. Oh, I love you. I've been loving you. I'm about to lose my worried mind. Everybody trying to tell me that you didn't mean me no good. I said I tried. Oh, ow, ow! I really tried to do the best I could. I've been working from 7 to 11 every night. It really makes it a drag. I don't think that's right. Baby, I'm about to lose my worried mind. Only for 5 minutes.
Shit! Oh, I forgot we can't do that. Am I already doing it? Oh, my tears, they fell like rain. Oh, somebody hear the calling.
Thank you. This is called Stairway to Heaven.
How many ribbons do I have? I can't even see them. Oh, they must be head. Oh my gosh, they're for your head? Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Well, I guess I'm ready now. Let's cut the music. I'm gonna go AFK a minute. Cut the music. I won't cut it early, but we'll cut the music when I get back. Because I have enough ribbons now to continue with the story. Yeah, we'll cut the rug and listen to this, and then we'll cut the music.
The beginning of a new and excitingly different story.
I think I had it there.
Settings, sound, master volume 25-ish.
Welcome. How can I help?
Sound test, check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
What do you need?
Yeah, everyone sounds great. Music sounds great, he sounds great, I sound great.
Oh, very nice. I'll turn this into something special, you mark my words. Shall I get started then? That took every bit of skill I could muster. May it serve you well. Oh, very... You'll not find better craftsmanship than that. And now, it's yours. Oh, very nice. I'll turn this into something special, you mark my words. Shall I get started then?
He's the best actor in the whole game.
I have to say, I've outdone myself. Treat it with care now, won't you?
Alright, I'm gonna make another ribbon, even though I try to keep one carcass of each. I'm gonna make another ribbon. And maybe a few other things before we go. I'm gonna make another hairband. Even though I try to keep all the carcasses, I'm just gonna make before we go do the story. We'll have more of those on the way.
Oh, very nice. I'll turn this into something special, you mark my words. Shall I get started then? You'll not find better craftsmanship than that. And now, it's yours. Oh, very nice. I'll turn this into something special, you mark my words. Shall I get started then? That took every bit of skill I could muster. May it serve you well. Oh, I have to say, I've outdone myself. Treat it with care now, won't you? Oh, very nice. I'll turn this into something special, you mark my words. Shall I get started then? That took every bit of skill I could muster.
Rare waves.
May it serve
Have
you
10
well.
different items produced. I just got an achievement.
very nice. I'll turn this into something special, you mark my words. Shall I get started then? You'll not find better craftsmanship than that. And now, it's yours. Oh, very nice. I'll turn this into something special, you mark my words. Shall I get started then? I have to say, I've outdone myself. Treat it with care now, won't you? Oh, very nice. I'll turn this into something special, you mark my words. Shall I get started then? You'll not find better craftsmanship than that. And now, it's yours. Oh, very nice. I'll turn this into something special, you mark my words. Shall I get started then? I have to say, I've outdone myself. Treat it with care now, won't you? Need something else? Thank you kindly.
Welcome. Looking to draft the new recruits? Farewell.
Good day to you. What'll it be? It's just rumour. Anything else? Nothing right. Will that be all? Come back soon now.
Greetings. How might I help you? Or catch your eye? Are you happy to make this purchase? Thank you for your custom. Are you happy to make this purchase? Thank you very much. Are you happy to make this purchase? Thank you for your custom. Are you happy to make this purchase? Thank you very much. Are you happy to make this purchase? Thank you for your custom.
Did the sound mess up? Hold on a second. Yeah, I hear it. Do we have sound issues? We just developed some sound issues. I'm gonna reset.
May I be of... Oh, you're here to sell. Are you happy with the price I'm offering? You can't say fairer than...
Yep.
Will that be all? Don't be a straight.
Alright, it must be one of my programs. Hold on a second. We're gonna have to determine this. Save the game. Create new save data. Whoops. I mean, save it on 41. Because I spent all the money. So if I undo line, there, we should be back. Oh, that reminds me, I have to adjust where the screen will be. So I got a sound card. So we can go through the sound card. Eventually, if we have issues with things, we can use the sound card. But I bought a sound card and it's in there. I'm not routing through it right now. All right, where are we here? 41. Here's what I'll do. I have a feeling it's this program. No, never mind. We won't. We'll just let it be for now. Alright, let's go, I guess. I'll get rid of, no, that's fine. What's this? Save the game. Big save the game. Alright, here we go. Play the game. Here we go. We're finally Mount Germinas. There's no way I have what we need prepared. So let's just get into this and we'll redo.
Ready.
I cannot wait. Sure thing. Let's go. At the ready.
You want to pass? Pay the toll. Just tip us your gill and be on your way. And those swords won't be helping you here. Unless you wish to pay the toll in blood.
Do you flash that, Cap? It's Coles, the heretic they're all on about. A bounty on his head so high we're like to need a ladder to reach the top. Why stop with the guilt they have on him? Limb their head on his shoulders and we'll have drink and malts enough for months.
His clock is the one from the bills, and no mistake.
Time for action. I cannot wait.
I shall do my best.
Right. At the ready.
You want to pass? Pay the toll. Just tip us your gill and be on your way. And those swords won't be helping you here. Unless you wish to pay the toll in blood.
Do you flash that, Cap? It's Coles, the heretic they're all on about. A bounty on his head so high we're like to need a ladder to reach the top. Why stop with the guilt they have on him?
Nim the head on his shoulders and we'll have drink and malts enough for months.
His clock is the one from the bells, and no mistake. I'm not much for headhunting, but Gil is Gil. Mill 'em, lads.
Okay, this is some serious shit I'm about to get into. So apparently the invisibility cloak is the only thing that works, so let's get this right.
All right. May I help?
Everyone go back to your normal jobs. Who's the treasure hunter? Oh, Jer's the treasure hunter. Yeah, Jer has 55 faith. He's the treasure hunter. So I'm gonna have him be thief.
I understand.
How might I help? A new role. By all means.
Summoner? Yeah.
Very good.
It's been so long. This is our group right here.
What is it? Not bad.
Oh yeah, someone needs to be a ninja. But they don't really need to be a ninja. He'll be a thief, I guess. Yeah, we'll figure this one out. Oh, I don't need to be Dragoon. Oh no, you can be Dragoon. Oh, you don't need to be Dragoon. You can be Ninja.
Not bad.
If I'm Dragoon. Alright, I mean, it looks good. I'm gonna save it. And we have to equip everyone.
Yes?
Here we go. Oh, yeah, there we go. We're back online here. Magic wizard robe is 2 magic power. Mage power gloves is 2 magic power. Regen and re-raise? Regen and re-raise is pretty good. Let's do this stuff. Regen and re-raise. Magic 2. Magic. Speed and magic. No, she can wear ribbon as well. What is going on? Alright. Oh! Jeez. Watch it now. Alright, let's go. The mage power healing staff. Alright, I'll use the healing staff, which restores HP. It's fun. It's more fun.
Right.
That's the best javelin in the game. Power Garb is +2 physical attack. Speed 1 boots. No, wear those special boots. Jump 1 and move 1 boots. Yeah, movement and magic? No. Movement and jump. Sure. Oh no, he needs find weapon. He needs treasure hunter. guess we're ready. Save the game and let's go. I guess it's save the game and let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Put this corner at screen bottom. Height 1, grassland. This map also contains the invisibility cloak, a cloak that, as you might expect, automatically makes you invisible. To get the cloak, equip the treasure hunter ability and move to the very top of the peak. The top of the peak forms sort of an L shape. The tile holding the cloak is one between the two legs of the L. It's the same tile where the enemy ninja starts. When you land on this tile, you'll receive either an ether or the cloak. Your chance of getting a cloak is goes up on lower bravery. Lower bravery? You only get to pick... Oh, wow, that's great. That's good to know. You only get to pick up an item from the tile once. This is only invisibility cloak. But you can easily win more in rendezvous. And I guess that's not right. You can pick up the random battles at the location. So I gotta change my character here. Who has low bravery? Alright. Alright, here's what he's gonna do. I gotta change this character. Oh, we don't want to change the character. We're just gonna change you to Treasure Hunter. Right here. Treasure Hunter. And put the boots on where you can jump. I've got a feeling. Oh, no, don't put the boots on. Yeah, put the boots on. Put jump boots on. Rubber boots? Oh, no. Spike boots are 1. Terminus boots are good. Go ahead. Treasure Hunter, yeah, he's got it on. Alright, let's do this.
I was born for this.
Ready.
Understood. I am ready.
At the ready. You want to pass? Pay the toll. Just tip us your gill and be on your way. And those swords won't be helping you here. Unless you wish to pay the toll in blood.
I love this game. Wait, it looks like we can just walk right up, so we should be good.
Do you flash that cap? It's Cole's the heretic they're all on about. A bounty on his head so high we're like to need a ladder to reach the top. Why stop with the guilt they have on them? Nim their head on his shoulders and we'll have drink and malts enough for months.
His clock is the one from the bills, and no mistake. I'm not much for headhunting, but Gil is Gil. Mill 'em, lads.
Let me think.
ready.
Ninja Longblade.
You got me. Nice.
By my power.
I shall give my all.
Excellent.
Every bit helps.
See, what is this? We're having a thing here. This is the weirdest day ever. I think my sound codec is off. Somebody doesn't like it. What I'll do is I'll turn this off. I'll shut some things down here. Oh, you know what? Let me shut this down. We'll shut that down. We'll shut some things down going on here. There, I shut some things down.
The next move is key.
Steal the Artemis bow. 42% chance. Stolen. I mean, this game is awesome. speed down on the enemy. That thief did a throw stone. He didn't steal an item from me. Level increase. That's him.
No.
Their archer moves to... He's gonna bow. The golem hand has blocked the hit on the white mage, on my white mage healer. The archer is just charged an attack on my thief. I am gonna throw a shuriken at their thief. 0%. Hold on. Shuriken the thief in the back. 100% chance.
Where to?
I think I remember now. It's on this side. Yeah, so you can see the bars go up. It's cool.
Simple.
Aim +2 has been blocked by Golem. Vanish has been procced. Jer gains invisibility. He's gonna throw snow melt bomb at my ninja. 105 damage. Vanish, invisibility proc.
My turn.
Don't stand on that tile right there. I'm gonna use the Dragoon jump ability. Bard Song, Rousing Melody to Steel Accessory. 52% chance. My ninja goes...
I'll get you for this. You're finished. My fate is sealed.
Yes! Go for a big teleport.
Return the favor.
Speed increase, speed increase, speed increase.
I have you now! Damn it!
I fear nothing.
They don't like my... You know what it is? They don't like my button, my fast forward button. They don't like it. throw or steal?